Yeah, it's live.
Oh, what is? Oh, it's gonna be a good one. What's up, everybody, man? Welcome to Man Down Sports Podcast, man. Chris, Mel, Jay, Zoe, back at it with you again, man. We're gonna recap week 2 NFL football storylines, big games, injury news, and then do a little quick rundown of what we think is gonna happen in week 3, man. But real quick before we go, couple things, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. Click the like button. Tell your friends, share, subscribe. Hit the notification button on YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook, slide over to YouTube. Hit the like button, notification bell. Share the podcast. Also, don't forget, man. Man Down is the promo code for Manscaped. Man, your balls will thank you. I got Manscaped products. We all got Manscaped products, and we love it, man. 20% off. Man Down. That's the promo code. Go check it out. Once again, your balls will thank you.
This is very cute to my balls.
Gentlemen.
Man. I like that. I like that hat though.
Thank you. You know my hat game.
I like the hat, man. You be having some all right hats, man.
Yeah, that hat fire.
Gentlemen, man, week 2.
If you had a head like that, you would have all right hats too.
Hey, listen, man, I got a big dome, man. It's an 8 on the fitted, man. That's the biggest size they make, dog.
8.
It's an 8.
Golly,
it's because of the hair. I blame the hair too.
Yeah,
they made 8 1/4, bro.
Nah, I ain't seen an 8. Everybody said it's 8. You got probably got some custom made. Pay for some extra fabric for that.
Sheesh.
But yeah, man, week 2 is in the books, man. We are 2 weeks down in an 18-week season, man.
Raise your hand if your team is 2-0.
Oh man! Surprisingly, man, you know what?
No, right? My team, out of all our teams,
man, Atlanta made it to 2-0. I'm not gonna lie, I'm shocked.
Me too.
I'm impressed.
Me too. I'm impressed. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Especially with the caliber quarterback that's we haven't really seen Desmond Ridder prove himself yet.
Yeah. I still ain't seen Desmond. I still don't know what type of quarterback he is.
Nobody does.
You won't. I don't either. And I watch both games.
He turns around and put the ball in the stomach of whoever's behind him.
He made some throws, man. I mean, Drake London got. We still ain't seen Pitts get unleashed yet, though. But Drake London looked like he did. Did a whole lot better week 2 than he did week 1.
Listen, he can't do everything at one time. So Pitts will have a game where he gets unleashed. It's like the quarterback right now can only focus at one thing. I don't think he was going through progressions at all. It's just like, oh, we didn't get London the ball game 1. We got to get it to him game 2.
Yeah. Right, so that was the focus.
Yeah.
I gotta give him props though, man. I didn't see, especially not this past game. I didn't see them winning that one.
Listen, Atlanta's defense is what's doing it for them.
Yeah. Facts. But shout out to Green Bay for keeping it competitive though. Especially Jordan Love's only second real game as a true starter. Without a couple of key weapons in that game.
Without Jones, he impressed me. He was able to, even with Atlanta defense swarming them, because we got a pass rush. I don't even know what that looked like before this year. But with Atlanta's defense swarming him, he was still making the right reads. He was actually going through his progressions. Fourth quarter, I mean, it started getting a little rough from him, but I think that was momentum. They was in Atlanta. Bijan started doing his thing, and then it was just, a momentum thing that got us the dub. But Jordan Love he might be that guy for them.
Yeah, he's straight. I mean, you sit for 3 years behind somebody. That's as good as Aaron Rodgers, man. You should come out and not you shouldn't look like what Bryce Young look like, So Jordan Love, 3 years in the program, 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers, like you should be seasoned. But as far as the rookie quarterbacks, well, first of all, before we even get to the rookie quarterbacks, you owe Bijan Robinson an apology, man.
I do.
Huge one.
I do. I said I would sit him, and if you listen to me on this podcast, I probably cost you the game. Because that man had over 100 rushing yards and like 50-something receiving yards. He was cutting them boys up. Man.
I seen they had a camera view up top on the zip line camera of him just juking,
taking ankles, bro.
It was artwork. It was artwork, bro.
He good. Listen, man, start him. Let him play no matter what, man.
Yeah.
If he ain't gonna have too many duds if he look like that this season. Because like Green Bay was there. If you look at that same clip you talking about, they were in position to make the play.
Mm-hmm.
The way he making people miss, and he doing it every week. He did it week 1, week 2.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna make people miss every week, and he's gonna run through some tackles every week as well. I mean, like that's crazy. He I mean, that dude is as good as advertised, man. That dude is a whole. Yeah, I was about to say a whole load, but I know y'all was gonna say pause. So
I thought you was gonna say a whole package. I was still gonna say pause.
Yeah, the whole package. all of those will qualify.
But his vision is incredible for such a young guy. His vision is immaculate.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's holler. Let's talk about the rookie quarterbacks.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Stroud, Bryce Young, Richardson. Well, Richardson and Stroud just played, and Richardson, he got 2 early touchdowns on the ground, and then he left with a concussion. Right, so that's 2 games in a row he's been knocked out of the game.
You're gonna give Richardson killed.
Yeah, I know.
Down. So looking at it, it wasn't really a concussion. They just pulled him to put him in protocol because of the way he landed.
No, not quite. Not quite.
Gardner Minshew has already been named the starter for Sunday. He should spend the next week and a half just working on the slide drill. Bro, don't take hits you don't have to take.
He think he Cam Newton reincarnated. Cam didn't like the slide, and then when he did start sliding, they were still hitting him.
And listen, man, get your flag. Don't take them hits, bro. You young and your accuracy is horrible. Don't let them take away the one thing that got you to the show, bro. Slide.
He ain't lying.
He need to go talk to Tua. He already 1/3 of the concussion way there.
Yeah,
I tell you what. Yeah, I tell you what though. So he gets hurt. Minshew comes out. Offense looks real good with Gardner behind the center. But another thing I noticed was Stroud. I'm looking at the throws that he's making, and I'm looking at him in the pocket, and I'm looking. I'm like, yo, because I didn't notice this during preseason. I thought Stroud was just not ready. But now that I'm looking at Stroud, and I'm like, yo, he might be a better quarterback than Richardson. Without the running and all that stuff. Am I wrong?
Here's the problem with your analysis with about Stroud and Gardner Minshew. Like, I'm sure Houston and the Colts are in the bottom third in defense. Like, any quarterback would look good against that. Like, that defense was slow.
I'm just talking about throwing motion. I'm talking about how quick he was getting rid of the ball.
He's the second. Like, he's the second pick, and I would have taken him over Bryce Young, me personally. What I've seen that guy do in college, man, he's mechanically sound. Now, is he going to make the jump to be the quarterback that he needs to be to stay in the league and have success in the league? Time will tell. But mechanic-wise, this guy's sound. Like, he's literally your prototypical quarterback.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I like Stroud a lot better than Richardson, but Richardson, how fast he. I mean, that dude run a 4.4, man. Like he got receiver speed, which is crazy.
Richardson is not mechanically sound. Like everything that I just said about CJ Stroud, like put the opposite on there. He's what you don't want your quarterback to be.
But he got a cannon though. He'll
wow you. Listen, if you gave him someone like Tyreek Hill, who could just outrun the coverage and then he just throw the ball far as he wants to, he'll look like an All-American superstar. But I don't think he has the accuracy yet. He hasn't developed the accuracy to throw someone open, to put it in a tight window, to put that thing on a zip, like on a line to a receiver. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you would have to give him a old Randy Moss type receiver that can just jump up and get it, or a Tyreek Hill that's going to outrun everyone.
I mean, that was the tape on him coming out of college,
And-
going to the combine anyway.
Yeah.
He could bomb it, but it's gonna land anywhere. It ain't gonna land where you want it. So
Yeah, Jay, watching the Florida Gators and me being a Georgia Bulldog fan, I have seen Richardson play, and athletically, I knew he was going to kill at the underwear Olympics. It's the combine. Like he can run fast, he can throw the ball far. You know what I'm saying? And so in those
He
settings,
can jump high. Yeah, like
he's a freak athlete, so he's gonna shine in those settings. But when it comes to the game of football, he's shown me too many times that he's gonna rely on his legs because he know he's a freak athlete. And when he's throwing the ball, it may or may not land on in front of the other team. So you know what I'm saying. So I that's who he was. Now CJ Stroud, playing him in the game before the national championship. Listen, he convinced me. That Georgia defense put a bunch of people in the league. As you know, Philly drafted half of them. But he was able to dissect that defense and come within a missed field goal of beating Georgia. What's going on, man? So I think he is, to Mel's point, to everybody's point, he is fundamentally sound. He looks like a quarterback. He's taller than Bryce Young. You know what I mean? A lot of things that he probably could do just from being taller than him, and better mechanically than Anthony Richardson. He could have been the first overall pick, but he was the second. Like Jay said, time will tell what these guys grow into.
And then for Bryce, I mean, you already mentioned it. Like, you know, he's slighter frame, he's short, all that good stuff, man. That's probably his only knock. Honestly, that's probably his only knock. And
mechanically, he's a really solid quarterback. The thing I liked about him was I didn't see panic no matter what situation. What dumpster fire the Carolina has around him.
Yeah.
And I really think as this year progressed, Thielen will be his safety blanket. But there's a dumpster fire in Carolina.
It can't be Thielen there. I think he needs some huge target, you know, some 6'4" receiver that, you know, he need a Mike Evans type receiver, man. Like, you know,
is there one in Carolina?
No, it's not.
It's about to be when the season over with. It'll be a 6'4", 6'5" guy when the season over with, because Carolina gonna be number one again, and they're gonna go get Marvin Harrison Jr.
And that pick belongs to the Bears.
Dang.
That pick belongs to the Bears.
Ooh.
Really?
Oh, they did trade it. They traded up.
Was that in the DJ Moore trade, or was that in the Bryce Young trade?
They got no all of it. They traded to get the number one pick. They gave DJ Moore 2 number ones and 2 number twos or something stupid like that. It was crazy.
So if Carolina,
the Bears got 2 number one, the Bears got 2 first round picks.
Oh my goodness! And imagine the chance. Yeah,
they're gonna be hurting. Yeah,
that's
probably gonna be pick 1 and pick 2, or at least pick.
Nah, because Chicago, the way they looking, it might be 1 and 2.
Chicago the first 2 picks.
It might be 1 and 2. And they might go get Caleb Williams with 1 and Marvin Harrison with 2, and they might pull the plug on the Justin Fields experiment.
Nah, but the problem is if you're a quarterback, stay far away as you can from Chicago.
Yeah,
their front office is ruining them left and right.
And apparently their coaches is getting raided by Peanut Tillman.
That was such a wild headline, bro.
I told Jay. I told Jay what it sounded like to me, but I can't even say it on YouTube. So, I told Jay what it was. I mean, for the FBI to come after you, it's some to catch a predator type stuff, man.
There was another headline I saw that it said it was some sensitive activity, and chances of him coaching for the Bears or any NFL team again are probably 0.
Yeah, they went in there and had to confiscate his laptop and look for some. I think that's what it was.
I seen an article that said that Matt Eberflus was crying, Ryan Poles was tearing the office up because they I guess it must have been bad. Yeah,
if the feds come, then they already know they know what they're coming for. They don't show up unless they got some concrete evidence of what they think you're doing. So
listen, real quick, let me address this comment. Brian Daboll, Daniel Jones, Eli Manning, Phil Simms, and Lawrence Taylor.
Mhm.
None of them believe that statement, sir. Thanks for commenting.
Tiki Bar, you forgot Tiki Bar. Tiki Bar might not believe.
And
it.
don't forget
Bobby,
Nelson Cruz either.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jeremy
Victor
Shockey.
Cruz. Victor Cruz.
Shock,
Yeah,
yeah. Did you say Ron
what's your boy-
Dane? Ron Dane.
Ron Dane.
What's your boy name? Tyree. They caught the ball on his helmet.
Oh yeah, yeah. David Tyree. Yeah. Now he might
Yeah,
believe.
none of
it,
them are buying it.
David Tyree might believe.
He might believe it because that catch is
Yeah.
about as unbelievable as that statement.
Yeah, for that's
If I
fact.
can catch that,
So-
anything can happen.
So fun fact, gentlemen. The Chargers are the first team in NFL history to score 50 plus points and no turnovers in 2 games and lose both of them.
Mm.
What's
You
going
wanna-
on
you
in
wanna-
LA?
You want to address that because that was your prediction before the season started.
What's going on in LA, Jay?
You
Hey,
called
listen.
it.
If by some chance the Vikings win this game on Sunday, on Monday, Buddy's fired.
Yeah, he out of
They-
there.
Week 3.
Yeah. Week three.
Week
I
3,
gave it-
0-3.
I think I gave it to week 6. I think I said week
Yeah.
6. But
See,
I heard national media today calling for him to get fired. I'm not even gonna say which guy on national media, but I give you a hint. His hairline is pushed really, really far back, and his mouth is really big.
yeah.
I think we all know.
Um,
I
Yeah.
knew this wasn't a good hire when they fired Anthony Lynn. You know, and they fired Anthony Lynn because of what? I mean, because the team was progressing, the team was playing good. They had just drafted the quarterback. They was trying to start Tyrod Taylor at first, and Tyrod got hurt.
Stabbed him in the lung.
Yeah. Like I just can't understand what really happened and why Anthony Lynn had to get fired. Was it Anthony Lynn or was it somebody else? It was Lynn, right?
No,
Lynn?
Lynn got fired. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean I never understood it, and for some reason karma is hitting these teams real hard when they find these dudes for no reason, man. But I don't know, man. That's just my thought, man. Staley didn't deserve the job in the first place, in my opinion.
No, I don't know what his qualifications was beforehand. But I said I advocated for his firing
he was
after
he was a
blew
McVay disciple, wasn't he?
He was under McVay.
Yeah, they all somehow connected, man. They supposed to be all offensive geniuses and stuff like that. Yeah, it's supposed,
I mean,
to be like,
it looks like the offensive genius part is cool, but because 50 plus points across 2 games. I mean, they put up 30 in that playoff game against Jacksonville, but where at what point does it go wrong on the backside? Is it defense?
Listen, man.
Defense wins games.
No one can really talk about like they brought the buzz around the league was Kellen Moore was supposed to get a head coaching job eventually or whatever, and then when Dallas let him go and the Chargers brought him in, I think Brandon Staley was the only one that didn't realize that hey, your replacement's in the building, and he's there.
yeah, he ain't gonna be that long. He ain't gonna be that long. I mean, but I don't think Kellen Moore is
the
is
answer
the answer
either.
either. Yeah, nah, he's not the answer.
Man, listen, as long as they are the Chargers, they're gonna do Charger like stuff, bro.
Yeah, I guess we can hear you, Eric. You good?
You can hear me? All right.
Yeah, we're good. Kellen Moore is just not situationally smart. He might not be, man. Like, I mean, I gotta question what his credentials and like why people. What's the allure with Kellen Moore? Like, why people love him so much? You get what I'm saying? Like he probably got more buzz to get a head coaching job than Eric Bieniemy, and that's the part I don't get.
I would tell you, but you probably gonna be too afraid to white it down.
That's it. Yeah, like is people thinking he's an offensive genius? I don't know if he is.
I think it's just he gets put in situations with outstanding talent where you can't help but to somehow come out of that situation looking good. I mean, you had a great offense in Dallas. You have a great offense in LA, but I think if you put them in Houston or you put them in another situation with a team that's not as offensively gifted, he's going to get exposed as not that good of a offensive mind. And for him to be in line for a head coaching job, I don't see it happening. I think if he
Some
does
people
get the
just ain't
coaching
get it.
job, if he gets the coaching job after Staley, like he'll be the interim coach. He won't be the permanent one come next season.
Some people just ain't it, and
Listen, man.
some people got it, and some people don't.
Some people ain't meant to be a head coach.
Yeah,
EB
sometimes.
got it, yo. EB got the Commanders scoring the ball, bro.
Yeah.
do.
EB so
Shout out
And-
to them. Ain't they 2-0?
Yeah, they're
Uh,
2-0.
yeah,
and
they
look, and imagine EB
They didn't
with
play nobody, though.
the weapons that they got in
they ain't played
in
nobody.
LA. Imagine having Herbert. Imagine having Keenan Allen, Williams, and Eckler. Imagine having that, man.
Man,
EB?
come on. They're not giving EB no head coaching job. Look at Chicago. What the heck? Chicago was open. They had all kind of head coaching jobs
Yeah,
open for
but
EB. They didn't give him none of them jobs.
He'd have been a fool to take that Chicago job.
This
It's some teams that, although it's good on the resume, it ain't all good for you to take that job in the first place. And his lease would have been short. His lease would have been like Lovie Smith's in Houston. They'd have had him on a 1 year probation. And
Yeah.
if we don't make the playoffs,
you can't do nothing with Chicago in 1 year.
exactly. So
At
You
all.
need a couple of draft picks.
they're not giving a lot of these coaches a lot of leeway to make room, but they'll let the Brandon Staleys and the Kellen Moores run a franchise into the ground before they be like, all right, I guess you're not a fit for us. Doesn't make any sense.
I guess you're not a head coach.
Yeah.
They'll spend 5 years with them and won't sniff the playoffs and be like, man, you know what? This isn't the partnership that I thought we was gonna have. We wish you the best.
Yeah. Let's get into Cleveland, man, and Nick Chubb's injury.
Mm. Get well
he's
soon,
gone.
brother.
Now, so here's the thing that bothers me, man. This is why the running backs, and I was just listening to OJ Simpson talk about this on Cameron's podcast, man. Y'all gotta check it. Y'all gotta check out Cameron podcast. They
It's
got
great.
OJ Simpson, man. OJ Simpson. He's a analyst I didn't know I needed to hear. Like I wish OJ Simpson was on ESPN, man. That dude is
He won't
like,
be, but
bro. He won't be. He's so unintentionally funny, just by him talking, and like it's so many words that's out of the that shouldn't be said nowhere around OJ, because it's almost like so I'm sitting here watching this and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm on the edge of my seat because I'm listening to Cameron call Mace murder, and I'm listening to Mace call Cameron killer, and I'm like,
with OJ on the podcast.
yeah. So I'm watching it, and he was like, "Yeah, killer." And when he said I listen, I'm sitting here looking at OJ like every other word is like you're not supposed to say that around OJ. So the conversation is just lit just in itself, man. But anyway, he was just talking about how the running backs are just getting the short end of the stick, man, and this is a problem. When they can't get those huge contracts, or if they do get one good contract, they can't get a second one.
Yeah.
And then they end up having injuries like this. And it pisses me off because somebody, a top 3 to 5 running back like Nick Chubb, career is probably never going to be the same again, kind of like Ty Gurley. And at least Ty Gurley was able to get that money before he got hurt. But I don't think Nick Chubb will. I don't think Saquon will either. And I think that's an issue, man. But what's y'all thoughts on it?
Oh man, 100% correct. This is the same knee that he blew up in Tennessee when he was back at the University of Georgia. Of course, he was much younger then, and he was able to come back and be one of the best running backs in the league. After time, though, we all know Father Time is undefeated. And when you suffer this type of injury where you got to get multiple surgeries, if anybody can do it, I believe Nick Chubb can, but I don't know what he'll be once he comes back. And that's exactly what these running backs have been fighting for. They put their body on the line. Their position is designed to get tackled. You know what I mean? Over and over and over. This is a collision sport. So if you're not giving these dudes who are the best at what they do in the league their value, something like this happens and they leave, they, like Mel said, pause the short end of the stick. And when that happens, this is like, see, this is what we've been trying to tell y'all this whole time. Give us our worth, because now you got a top 5 running back, arguably top 3, who may not ever see the field again. And he didn't get his just due. He was the best thing that happened in Cleveland for a very long time. And he almost gets nothing for it. And I just think that's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't think that's good for the sport, man, because you got to look at it one way. I think when they look at it financially, as an investment, why would I invest in a running back that I can replace easily? Right. And they looking at it that way. And then they're also looking at the fact that, a running back shelf life is shorter than everybody else. But the reason why their shelf life is short is because the nature of what they have to do at their position. They have to do more work. Right. And you're supposed to take care of them because they actually holding the whole sport down. Now, what is so funny? What am I saying, man? What am I saying?
No.
Nah, you ain't say nothing, man. It's me.
Oh, they holding the whole sport. You waiting for me to say something, but they holding the whole sport down, and the sport don't continue to go on without the running back doing what they do. Every play, they either blocking, running a route, or running the football. They're doing more work. They're doing receiver work. You look at Austin Eckler, he had more catches than most receivers last year. He had over 100 catches last year. Yeah. So he can get paid. Like he could go to the negotiating table and I'll be like, I'm one of your top 2 or top 3 receivers. Negotiate with me like a receiver. And then on top of that, he's also your running back. Ain't no way in the world, bro. Person you're not supposed to take care of.
Who was that? Jimmy Graham? That they was like, nah, we're not repaying you receiver money. You're a tight end.
It was Jimmy Graham. Yep.
They're not gonna do it, bro, because it don't make business sense.
You can say that on the surface, but when you get down below the surface, it actually does, because
don't make business sense,
with the running backs could really just boycott period and just be like, look, man, we ain't doing none of that. You call a play and I'm running a route, I'm gonna say no. I get paid to run the football.
Slaves ain't gonna jump the ship. Running backs ain't gonna boycott.
You never know. You never know. If things like this keep happening, you never know.
I don't necessarily agree with the fact that running backs are a dime a dozen, though, because anybody can be a running back, but not everybody can be a Nick Chubb or a Saquon Barkley or a Josh Jacobs. Like, these are special talents, and they are cornerstones of their team. Mm-hmm. The Giants aren't nowhere near as competitive without Saquon Barkley, or the Browns aren't in as many games as they're in without Nick Chubb putting up 100 yards a game, damn near every game. You know what I'm saying? Austin Eckler doing what he does out of the backfield for the Chargers, game in, game out. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could be a running back. We see all the there's plenty of running backs, but Justice Hill and Gus Edwards can't do that in Baltimore.
Miles Sanders can't do it in Carolina.
Kenneth Gainwell can't do it in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Whoever the running back is in Denver can't do it. I don't even know who the running back in Denver is. Kansas City ain't got no running backs for real. So,
oh my God!
Kansas City don't have no running back.
We got running back by committee.
So
y'all actually don't. Y'all ain't got no committee.
Y'all got running backs
They got running backs by depth chart. They on the depth chart, but
y'all got
that don't mean nothing.
Y'all got running backs by community service.
Y'all got running back by default.
Hey, we got Pacheco.
you gotta have them when you're 53-man roster.
Yeah.
You gotta have somebody designated as a running back.
So, but honestly, bro, they not gonna pay no running backs, bro, because a running back's lifespan is probably 3 years at most.
Yeah, but why? But why is it though? Why is their lifespan so short? Because of the work they do.
If you play running back, that means you probably been a running back since youth league. All that running and banging
Absolutely.
on your leg, college. Come on, man. By the time you get to the league, you might only got 2 or 3 years.
it ain't because of what you do before you get to the league. Is what you do when you get to the league. That's when you taking your most of your wear and tear.
The
But-
usage and the damage is nowhere near as high in all the other levels as it is in the NFL.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
here's
yeah,
the-
I agree, but you still taking some shots all the
Here's
way
the
up to the
thing.
NFL.
That's
Here's
the
the
whole.
thing.
But that's more the reason for them to go to the negotiating table and say we deserve more money.
They
They should not. They should not. They should not be getting paid just above the kicker and in
Bro,
the tight. Like, look at what T.J. Hawkinson just got.
Passing league now. It's a passing league now. That's not what they not looking for that no more.
But the
It's a
Yeah,
passing
and
league.
running backs are catching
Running backs
passes too.
That's what I was just about to say. Running backs
Yeah.
are now like Eckler, or now like Bijan, who was catching the ball a lot this past couple of weeks. That's the new prototype. Like, look, I'm doing more than just running the ball. So
Yeah.
pay me like I'm doing more than just running the ball.
A
Right.
two-way running back.
I mean, they are double using them, but they trying to pay them like they at the littlest possible they can pay them
Facts.
because they don't want to.
But that's not. But here's the thing. We say a running back has a 3-year shelf life or whatever, and that's not actually true. Running back is the only position where they don't even wait for you to decline. They just be like, "Oh, you turned 30. We need
Yeah.
another
that's
running back." Like,
Yeah.
like you don't. You know what I'm saying? There's running backs who never got to fall off. Like they just had enough birthdays and then they was phased out the league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
That's true.
that's true.
It's true.
That's true, man. But they do be wearing down too, though. I mean, they in the collision every single play. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got a star quarterback, your running back got to block just as good as your tight end, because if you pick up a blitzing linebacker and you let that linebacker get to Pat Mahomes, you won't be on the field that much as a running back. They go pull you off on passing downs, and they go put a bigger one in that can pass block. So you have to
That's
block.
why Clyde ain't on the field.
Yeah, so you got to block just as good as a tight end.
right. That's exactly right.
You got to run routes just as good as a receiver, and then you got to do your job too. Ain't no way they supposed to be getting paid less than the tight end and barely more than the kicker. Ain't
I
no
still
way.
Kareem Hunt just got $4 million for a 1-year deal, and that was the best they said they could do for him, and I'm sure he was happy to take the $4 million.
Who was
Listen,
that?
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
That was a desperation hire.
If you are a running back in the NFL and you don't want to take hits every play, you don't want the ball in your hand, you don't want your offensive coordinator all up trying to get your plays and get beat up, man. Come to Kansas City. We promise we will not run the ball.
Yeah,
We promise
Hey,
we're gonna throw it.
you will be clean at the end of the game.
yeah. I think they can slightly change things as far as pay for the entire running back position, but I think it needs to be an additional thing done for the elite running backs like CMC, Austin Eckler, Saquon Barkley, and Nick Chubb. If you up in that range,
Nah,
if you-
they ain't gonna do that.
what I'm just saying as a suggestion, they should, and this they should be considering that. They might not do it, I get it, but the reason why they won't do it is not because it doesn't need to be done. It's because they can get away with not doing it. You know,
think
so
you-
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's
listen,
true.
the whole thing with the running back, they did it in front of your face and you missed it. They took away the whole fullback position. There's like maybe 4 teams in the league with a fullback
got a
on the
fullback.
roster. They took it away and nobody even noticed. So they was like, "Yeah, man, we can get rid of these running backs too."
yeah, the fullback is gone.
It's literally only 2 running backs, and they get the Pro Bowl nod every time. It's uncontested. It's Kyle Juszczyk in San Francisco, and what is it, Ricard or Picard in Baltimore?
Yeah.
Them the
He's a
only
lineman. He look like a lineman. But Cleveland, they got Hunt now, and I guess it'll be a seamless depending on what his conditioning is like, but it should be seamless because he just was there last year. But that should help. He might even be the starter. Who knows?
Jerome Ford don't look too bad though.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. He didn't look for bad.
He did his thing for the most
My-
part. Kept him in.
My question is, what happened to Deshaun Watson?
Oh, you different.
Well, when you don't play in what did he get all the way to 1,000 days?
Nah, it was
Close.
almost 2 years. It was almost 2 years.
Yeah, it was about 2 years. Yeah, it was about 2 years.
So when you don't play that long and then you only played 6 games last year, like you still got plenty of rust. Like your conditioning can be great, but it was evident in the fact with those 2 face mask penalties that he got. You know what I'm saying? He's not he's not as elusive as he once was. You know what I'm saying? And he's not recognizing the play breaking down as early as he used to as well. Deshaun Watson would have normally gotten out that pocket before.
His timing is off too.
Yeah, and he doesn't like to look at anybody else other than Amari Cooper. But that's a different story.
Yeah, he stared down one receiver. So, there's no way they should have lost that game the other day.
Nah, but I think also just like the turnovers was great. First play of the game, pick 6.
I'm telling you,
I mean, that was a bad placed ball though. That was on Deshaun Watson. He threw that.
I'm telling you, his timing is off. Even when he got receivers wide open, he overthrow him or underthrow him, or he just his timing ain't off.
Think about it though. He don't have that much. He got camp time with him. That's it. He don't have no real game time with these guys. You know what I'm saying? So,
or he might be thinking about getting a massage after the game is over. I don't know what's going on with it.
I think that might be the problem. He ain't got none.
Hey, like, man, I can't get no more massages. Hey, I think that's what it is, man. Because he definitely ain't the same.
Facts.
That's all I can say about this shot, man. Best to say, he was a talent, man. If he was a running back, he'd be out the league now.
Oh, he would have been out the league once them allegations came up.
Yeah,
he would have never got no $200 million job like that.
God, they paid that man some money to be,
and they gave up the house to get him.
Yeah, they did. God.
Oh yeah, he's super mid.
Super mid, $200 million super mid.
Hey, and it's guaranteed, fully guaranteed.
His agent, boy, nice with it. Nice with it.
Cleveland thought that's all they needed. They was like, we just need a quarterback, and we there.
And here's the bad part. They was right. They still just need a quarterback.
Man,
they'll be there.
They got such terrible quarterback luck, man. I don't understand, man.
Quarterbacks are hard to get, man. Good quarterback is hard. Trust me, I've been a Kansas City Chiefs fan my whole life. We finally got one.
We had one before.
Who?
Alex Smith wasn't bad.
But Alex Smith, ain't nobody scared of Alex Smith. You don't see Alex Smith come out to the field.
But I was actually talking about number 10, man, Trent Green. Trent Green was a great quarterback.
Oh, I don't go that far back.
We got Trent Green. We got the old Trent Green. We didn't get the Trent Green when we started with the Rams.
Now, when Trent Green was with Kansas City, he was like 4th every year in passing behind Peyton, Tom Brady, and it was one more guy. But he was Trent Green, and he had Dante Hall. He had Dante Hall, man. Bird, not that garbage. Elvis garbage.
Gerbach get a ball to everybody but a Chiefs receiver.
But Elvis Gerbach was trash. The version of Rich Gannon that we had was trash.
You're right. Yeah. We had Joe Montana
in his trash years, but he wasn't trash. But he wasn't the Joe Montana that was out by the bay.
No, he wasn't.
Y'all had Joe Montana.
Yeah, he played 2 years, man.
No
shit. He played 2 years.
Yeah, he got us to the playoffs.
Got us to the playoffs.
Oh man,
AFC, nice. What is the AFC Championship game one year?
That's right.
Joe Montana.
That's when I became a fan, actually.
Yeah, he got us to the AFC Championship game.
So stupid.
Let me ask y'all, man. Are the Buccaneers for real, or did they just have a crazy 2-week stretch?
I mean, they played the 0-2 Bears and the 0-2 Vikings.
But the Bucks are the reason why both them teams is 0-2.
The Bucks the Bucks are the reason why both them teams lost one game. Them losing another game. I think the Vikings could be something. They're not going to, but they could be. So their defense is atrocious, but the Bears are trash. Is Tampa Bay for real? No, but I also think that Baker Mayfield is gonna be solid. Gonna be solid all year long. This is his
Yeah, I think this is last year to really prove that he can do something.
Yeah, he don't got too much time left.
He done been about 5-16. The Jets need a quarterback. They need somebody over there.
Yeah, hey, listen. Again, if I was the Jets, man, I'd have called the Saints 2 weeks ago and got famous Jameis.
Crab legs, Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they ain't make no move for him, man. Because they
5-finger discount with the crab legs, Winston.
I think he would do well to at least still make them competitive in that division. But I don't know if Zach Wilson is the guy to keep.
Jameis can throw people open, but Jameis also is not careful with the ball.
No,
he'll give you 30 for 30. He'll give you 50 touchdowns, but he'll also give you 50 interceptions.
Yeah, he good for it.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a little impressed that again, like with the Buccaneers, they got a favorable first 2 weeks. But they looking decent. They got the Eagles next though. I don't think anybody has them winning that game.
Nah, that streak stops.
Nah, they could probably beat the Eagles. The Eagles ain't clicking on all cylinders yet.
Hey man, y'all better watch out for them Cowboys. Them Cowboys, that defense looks next level.
I'm not impressed.
They played two teams.
It's hard to impress you, Jay.
They played, but no, think about it, right? I'm not taking anything away from Dallas's defense,
it's hard to
right?
impress, Jay.
But Dallas played two teams back to back with 0 O lines.
They've done what they're supposed to do. Now teams that have impressed me this year might not necessarily be 2-0. I'm impressed by what the Rams have done thus far.
Man,
of course.
I'm impressed by Jordan Love, even though they've lost the game. But the Cowboys, like, I'm depressed by the Giants.
Yeah.
I think another week of football you'll kind of know who's another 2 weeks you'll kind of know who's the contenders and who's the pretenders.
Well, right now for me, I got a whole top echelon of teams, which is the Cowboys, the 49ers, Miami. Those are my top three at the top. And usually Kansas City is up there, but they not Philly and Kansas City both are not firing on all cylinders right now. They're still in the top 10, but they're not in the top 3 with those teams right now. Both those 3 teams are all doing it either very, like, 49ers are doing it elite on both ends. Cowboys are doing it elite on the defensive end, but good enough on the offensive end, and Miami is doing it on both ends as well. But I don't see it clicking for Kansas City at all on either end.
No.
You like the defense?
That defense is playing lights out. Lights out. And here's the thing. Before we went on air, me and Chris was talking, and I told him Kansas City next 6 games, and the schedule is favorable for the offense to figure it out over these 6 games. And I mean, you got Bears, Jets, Vikings, Broncos, Chargers, Broncos, and by that time, everything will be fine in Kansas City, bro. The receivers,
I'm not worried at all.
Yeah, the receivers are they're growing into what they want to do. Everything will be fine, man. Pacheco's a monster. He may get 6 or 7 carries a half.
I still don't like their philosophy, man. It keep working. It keep working at some point.
It's always been Andy Reid's philosophy, man.
Yeah,
You
Andy Reid
throw it
likes
to
to run
run
the
it.
ball. Yeah,
You throw it to run it. Your pass game opens up your run game.
Yeah, but they're not even running it enough or consistently at all. It's just a bunch of razzle dazzle and save us Mahomes.
Listen now, for the first 2 games of this year, the biggest problem has been penalties and turnovers.
Right.
As soon as those things get cleaned up, if they get cleaned up, then you can stay on schedule, and then everything else will fall into place. Trust me. And having this atrocious Bears defense and very bad Bears offense, everything. Everything's gonna come into place.
True fanboy.
Nah. I'm just being honest though. If you really look at it, we lost Kelsey first game. Chris Jones was a holdout. We got a new dude on the offensive line. I think he's playing right tackle, Jawan Taylor.
No, he's playing slot receiver.
Yeah, he was playing slot.
He playing off the line right now.
Yeah.
But I think as soon as they get him on board, Kelsey's 100% healthy again. Chris Jones already wreaking havoc. The defense already playing. So, I mean, it just works itself out. I'd never panic with KC. After I seen what he did with 8 seconds, I'm totally sold. So I don't even worry about Kansas City.
Yeah, but that's based on the mythology and the belief that Mahomes can pull a rabbit out of the hat. That's not based on sound, fundamental, great football on the offense. I give it to you on defense. That pass rush is gonna be good with Chris Jones on that line, but on offense, y'all one injury away from being a non-playoff team. And if losing Kelsey, y'all showed us that y'all can't lose Kelsey or Mahomes or the season's done.
Well,
you can say that about every team. The Jets lost Aaron Rodgers, and now their season is done.
Yeah,
you can say that about if Tyreek Hill goes out, the Dolphins are trash. Like you can say that about every team.
Or their quarterback.
Well, the Jets not done really. It's just the fact that they're saying.
They just ain't had the funeral yet. They done though.
No, they're done because they decided to go with Zach, and Zach can't throw his way out of a wet paper bag. If they decided to say, all right, let's go get a real quarterback that can drive this vehicle, then they would be fine because they got the run game, and
who they gonna get?
They got the defense. Oh, and the other thing is because the Jets never addressed their O-line. Everybody knew their O-line was going to be horrible, but Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be the equalizer for that. Every team is not like that though. Some teams are playing great fundamental football. San Francisco could lose Kilda right now and continue to roll. San Francisco could lose their quarterback and continue to roll.
They can't lose their quarterback.
Yes, they can. They can put Aaron Donald. They can put Sam Darnold out there right now, and it'll be a little bit more of Debo, a little bit more of CMC, and a lot more defense, and they will be fine.
If you didn't see nothing, if you didn't learn nothing from last year, they can't lose their quarterback.
Well, they didn't have no backup last year though. They didn't have Trey Lance wasn't even suited up.
Brock Purdy was the backup.
Hey, he ain't lying. The funeral just ain't happened yet. We have to wait. The Jets season is over with.
Yeah. I mean,
it's over with, man.
That's probably the only example. Well, not the only. That's probably few examples of where teams are just totally relying on their quarterback and they got so many holes.
Well, can we be honest about Kansas City though?
What happens to Baltimore if Lamar goes out?
Yeah, right.
What happens to any team that doesn't have all 3 phases locked up where they're playing great football, and they're saying we're okay with these holes in our offense or defense as long as we got this quarterback, right? Any team outside of that's playing great fundamental football can survive an injury.
With the
Kansas City, my whole point of bringing it up is that Kansas City has a single point of failure, which is 1-8 or 1-5 and 8-7. Those 2 guys are everything for them.
I disagree. This is why. Figure the odds.
They're not playing football. They're not playing football.
Figure the odds. When that game we lost, receivers dropped 7 passes. Figure the odds of that happening again.
They're not playing fundamental good football. That's a fact. They're not. They're not. That
I can agree to that.
Yeah, you can't say that your philosophy is that we're not going to run the ball healthy with a healthy diet of running, and we're just going to let Pat just run back there and make plays all day long. That's not good.
I agree. I think we should run the ball more. I agree with that part of it, but that's not Andy Reid's style.
It was in Philly.
This man made up a team
by reactor. Yeah. Hey, Baltimore almost got in the playoffs without Lamar last year.
No, they did make the playoffs.
They did make the playoffs. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, because they got quarterbacks that do similar to what Lamar do. They got quarterbacks that can run it.
Hey man, if Pat went down right now, Blaine Gabbert would keep the ship afloat.
He probably could.
There's no way
y'all gonna have to start playing a different style of
wholeheartedly
football. Yeah, y'all gonna have to start playing good football. Y'all tight end and quarterback is so good. Y'all can play bad football and win.
Man, it's a blessing to have a team that good, ain't it?
No.
Quarterback and a tight end.
It's good to have an offense that good, ain't it?
Not the team.
Hey, I'm telling you, we ain't even full strength at the defense level yet. We got somebody coming off suspension week 7.
All right, man. Y'all go keep being in denial.
Watch that pass rush. Watch that pass rush when what's my man coming from the 49ers?
Oh, yeah, AKA Young Wild Nigga.
Yeah.
That boy got suspended on some domestic violence type stuff.
Lil Watson. Wait till Lil Watson get back.
Now his name like Okadu Howie or something. I don't know how
something like that. Yeah.
That's y'all saving grace, huh?
Nah, our saving grace was 9-5. That boy came back and got 1.5 with no training camp.
Man, he didn't even need the training camp. He just go out there and just start.
Week 2, 1.5. It's guys who play every down, every game, and that's on the 34 snap count. It's guys that play every down, every game, and don't get 1.5.
He is a world beater for sure.
Yeah. And they wasn't nothing they could have did about him. They just was like, oh man.
Hey, sound like it's really important.
What y'all think about the Broncos, man?
Trash.
Man, that's terrible.
I don't know what to tell them about that.
Funerals tomorrow.
I don't know, man. They was in both of those games though.
Funerals tomorrow. I got my suit on.
Hey, Rex Ryan said he interviewed for that defensive coordinator job, man, and they wouldn't. He said the issue is their defense, and he said it wouldn't have been an issue if he would have got hired. So I don't know.
That's the funny thing too, man, because they normally had a defense. They had a defense. They just didn't have an offense last couple of years. So now they got a somewhat offense, but no defense.
Yeah, it's very interesting, man. I don't know what to tell them, but they ain't looking good, man. But like the last 2-3 years, we'll just take last year when Russ showed up. I was expecting those receivers. I was expecting Jerry Jeudy and Sutton to be able to ball out with Russ, man, and they haven't been able to figure that part out. And then the run game is not really there, and then the defense not there. They just got a lot of issues they got to address, man. They just not playing real good football yet. Yeah, no, it's a hard sell, man.
Was there any games this week that shocked you? The outcome?
I guess New York making that comeback against Green Bay was a shocker.
Arizona.
Oh no, Arizona. Yeah, it was Arizona. Who beat Green Bay?
Atlanta.
Yeah, that was shocking. And then the comeback that New York had against Arizona.
Yeah, that New York one was crazy because when I looked in, it was like 28-7.
Yeah,
I was like, oh yep.
And they couldn't even move the ball. And just all of a sudden, Daniel Jones just decided to turn into a quarterback.
The pumpkin turned into a carriage.
Yeah, he was just out there slinging it, man. So I think that was dope, man. That was good, man. That was good stuff.
It was a lot of good football played this weekend.
Yeah. But-
I'm disappointed in my Lions though, man. I was a little hurt about that one.
Well, y'all lost
defense-
Montgomery. Y'all lost Montgomery, and y'all act like y'all don't want to give Gibbs the ball.
Listen, man, I don't know what they have to like raise him to a higher role because of that. Because we lost Montgomery for a couple weeks with a thigh bruise, right? So they have to elevate him to more touches and being more active in the run game. Otherwise, I don't. You gonna what? Craig Reynolds be your starting running back? What did you go draft him? What did you go draft this dude first round for? If you weren't gonna use him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't get it. I thought they was just go try to feed him, you know, all that stuff, man. But I still got to see y'all offense when y'all get Williams back though.
I can't wait, man. I'm counting down the days, man.
Yeah. I think
he's
better than St. Brown, bro.
No. St. Brown is more of a complete receiver. Not taking anything away from Jameson. Just Jameson is more like your longer routes, your speed routes, stuff like that. He can still route run, but I don't think he can route run to the ability of Amon-Ra. Like St. Brown is nice with it, man. And hands are certified, but like that flea flicker play that we did a flea flicker, right? Jameson Williams would have been perfect for that, and it was executed so perfectly. The everybody bit like it was a run play, and then the receiver just snuck back there and was gone. I think it was Josh Reynolds, the receiver. Yeah. Jameson Williams would have. Oh man! So it's when you see plays like that as a Lions fan, and when you know what you got in the stable waiting to come out, it's like, man, that second half of the season gonna be crazy. The plays that Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell are gonna cook up for that offense are gonna be ridiculous. And I hate it, but I felt like before the David Montgomery injury that they were gonna wait until Jameson came back to really fully unlock that offense. But now with the injury, like you have no choice but to like you have to throw Gibbs out there and you have to start doing, you know, these second half plays that you was probably saving, and you got to start bringing it in now. And I think it's better to start bringing it in now so that way Gibbs can get accustomed. And then when you have Gibbs, Williamson, St. Brown, Sam Laporta, and then you get David Montgomery back, and then you just had that offense clicking. Because Jared Goff, man, he's putting the ball where he needs to. He had that one interception, which was, you know, bound to happen. But other than that, he played really clean football, man. Like that offense is going to be on fire. I can't wait to see it.
Who y'all got this week?
Atlanta.
That's gonna be a good one, man.
That's gonna be a great game. I was talking to Zoe about it. I was like, I'm not too much worried about Desmond Ridder, man, but I'm worried about that trying to contain that run game.
Yeah, because y'all can get pressure on the quarterback with y'all pass rush. I haven't seen if y'all could stop the run with an elite running back yet. And I'm the verdict is still out if Atlanta has a good O-line that you know they can push they can force the issue at the line of scrimmage, man. So I don't know if they overpowering people, if they blocking that well, or if Bijan Robinson is just that good of a back. I still don't I don't know yet, but it's gonna be good to watch that though.
I think he's that good of a back, bro.
Then that's what it is.
I like the cuts he make. He makes some precision cuts.
Mm-hmm.
But even with him being a good back, if your team defense is that good stopping the run, your offensive line gonna need to be really good to help them out. And I don't know if Atlanta has that, to be honest. The verdict's still out on that, in my opinion.
This will probably be like their first test for real. We're seeing how well their O-line holds up, because our D-line is pretty solid. Like the last 2 weeks, we've been getting not so much last week, which was weird, but definitely against Kansas City. We were getting back there a lot, forcing Patrick Mahomes out the pocket. I think we can replicate that again against the Falcons.
Nah, well, that was like a Christmas gift, man. Every now and then you like to go out and
man, y'all O-line was Swiss cheese, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that,
man. That was a Christmas gift, man.
Y'all O-line was Swiss
we did that for the city of Detroit.
especially when your tackle was lined up illegally 97% of the game. I'm not trying to hear none of
Hey
that.
man, look, you welcome. He supposed to be
Detroit-
thanking me right now, man. You welcome.
Detroit was pushing that. They was pushing that O line back. Not even Detroit. It was just Hutchinson by himself, man. He had
Hey,
that whole side over there on lock, man. I don't know why y'all didn't double him.
Hey man, we were just trying to figure it out that first game. Hey,
Yeah, could have been that.
Hey, look, well, by the grace of God, y'all got that. I hope you went to church that Sunday. They went to church that Sunday, and you prayed that win. He prayed that win to existence, man. I know. Hey, I know he wanted it more than anybody.
He did.
Yeah, I know he wanted it more than anybody.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he been harassing you, and he was harassing you about coming on right after. Like, let's go live right now.
I told him I couldn't wait for the next show, man, because I had to see Jay and Lamar. I had to see him.
And they avoided you too, Chris. All of them. None of the KC fans was nowhere to be found, man. They avoided you like plague.
I tried to come on, man.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
On, man.
Yeah. Let's get into these games next week, though, starting with Thursday night, man. It like
Giants Niners tomorrow night.
Look like a blowout in the making.
The over. They got San Francisco by 10.5.
It probably be more than
man,
that.
that's
I don't. You know what? You know how Vegas is, though, man.
I don't see New York being able to do much. They struggled against Arizona.
Hey,
we seen what happened against Dallas, and
I'm praying for Aaron Jones. Daniel Jones. I'm praying for Daniel Jones.
And Saquon is officially ruled out. They don't. So Matt Breida probably gonna get the start.
It shouldn't be close. It shouldn't be close, but stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened.
Hey, Mel, put your hands up like this right here.
Who we praying for? Daniel Jones?
Yeah, Daniel Jones, man. Please, everybody just bow your head real briefly. If you can, take off your ball cap.
Y'all gonna be shocked. Y'all gonna be shocked if Daniel Jones come out there and daggone carve them up like Christmas ham, man. Y'all gonna be shocked.
I will be. I'll come on here. I'll be thoroughly shocked because I just don't see it happening. That's a well put together San Francisco team. All three phases of the game.
Yeah. They're the best team in the league.
I see Bosa just eating.
Yeah. Oh, he gonna get 3. I think he gonna get 3.
Sheesh.
3 by himself. He gonna get 3 because that O line is Swiss cheese, and Daniel Jones is not gonna be able to pick up on it fast enough because Bosa's too fast.
Everybody in New York played so far has got to the quarterback consistently, correct?
Oh man, Dallas had a field day with him.
Yeah, for sure Dallas did, but Arizona was who they play? Arizona. Right? Yeah, Arizona was getting to him.
Yeah.
Well, at least in the first half. Second half, he did a lot better.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
A lot better.
He showed up to work.
Yeah. So I take it everybody picking 49ers for their game.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good. I got 49ers.
Daniel Jones.
Falcons, Lions.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Lions, man.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to do it, but I'm gonna go with the Lions, man, because I don't know if Chris been praying to all 3 guys this season, and like it's working. Like it's working.
Y'all know we look good. We this ain't the same old Lions, man. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to see. I want to see how they go use Gibbs this game, man. But I'm gonna pick them. They're at home. But I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta come in there and beat them.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I think y'all go fumble the bag with y'all run game.
I think that the first 2 weeks plus this injury forces Dan Campbell to open his eyes and realize, all right, you know what? We can't coddle you. We gotta throw you out there. We got you the running back now. You know what I'm saying? We drafted you high. This is what we drafted you to do. So we know you can do it. I don't know why they kind of like playing him in a bubble, but you got to unleash him because he can take the hits, he can run between the tackles, and he can split out wide and catch screens, check down, stuff like that.
Yeah. My only worry is that y'all don't get too complacent after we gave y'all that gift the first week.
Nah, never that.
If y'all, because that was y'all Super Bowl.
Why do people keep saying it's only the Chiefs fans that's saying that?
That was y'all Super Bowl, man.
Only the Chiefs fans that saying that. Y'all salty. Y'all are just
what is that called? Super Bowl? What's that called? A Super Bowl hangover?
Let that. I gotta let that salt go. It ain't good for y'all health,
got a Super Bowl hangover, man.
Golly. Next up, man, Colts and Ravens in Baltimore. Status still unknown about Anthony Richardson.
Man, you know what? Gardner Minshew he's capable going in there and winning that game. Where is it? Is it in Baltimore?
Yeah, it's in Baltimore.
Nah, they ain't got a chance.
Yeah,
Baltimore, man.
Yeah, they do got a chance. I think they do. Trust me, they got a chance. I'm picking Baltimore though, but
I thought you were about to pick Indy.
Hey! You know, he said they got a chance, but I'm picking Baltimore.
They do. He was about to pick Indy.
If Anthony Richardson was starting, then I would pick Baltimore with no hesitation. But with Gardner Minshew starting, they got a chance.
Titans Browns. Ooh.
That's gonna be a tough one.
Nah, I'm gonna put my faith in the Titans.
Oh snap!
Put my faith in the Titans because after seeing Deshaun Watson play last week, man.
I don't know if I can really hang my hat too much on Deshaun Watson anymore.
No, man.
That performance was abysmal.
Yeah, that was terrible, bro.
And it seems like D Hop is a generational wide receiver, so anybody that back there at quarterback position can probably just throw the ball up and D Hop will go get it. But it looked like they had some sort of connection last week.
Yeah, Burks got loose for a big play too. Tannehill, Tannehill looked a lot better week 2 than he did week 1.
But Derrick Henry didn't practice.
Oh,
I think that's just a formality though.
They said no injury.
Yeah, they probably let him rest. They probably let him rest.
Yeah.
They got till Sunday, so they got time. But,
they're a lot healthier than the Cleveland Browns are because Cooper wasn't practicing either. He had did something to his groin.
And Chubb, that might. I hope they didn't, but Chubb might be. I know he gone for the season.
Oh, they already said he's out for the season.
Yeah, he gone for the season.
He needs 2 surgeries, one of which he can't get until a couple of months later. So, but I'll take Tennessee on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tennessee.
I'm with y'all. I go Tennessee. Hello.
It's in Cleveland. I don't think that makes much of a difference, but
give me Tennessee.
All right. Broncos, Dolphins, man. I got Miami.
You know,
give me Miami. Yeah, give me Miami.
I got Miami easily.
Yeah, give me Miami.
Patriots, Jets. Now that has the makings to me of going one or two ways. One being a complete butt bowl, or 2 being a more competitive game than people think it'd be.
Give me the Patriots.
Yeah, give me the Patriots too. I don't believe in their quarterback.
Patriots got a streak, man. They beat the Jets 14 straight times. So
yeah, Bill Belichick and quarterbacks that can't read defenses don't mix at all.
Yeah,
I think I'll join y'all. I'll take New England on that one too. The 1-1 Bills versus the 2-0 Commanders in Washington.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills.
Man, you know what, man? I'm gonna ride the hype, man. I'm gonna go Washington.
Yeah,
man. You ride the hype. Yeah, it's okay to.
I'm gonna ride the hype on that one, man.
Yeah, it ain't a bad pick. They well coached. They got momentum going in the right direction.
It's like playing spades and going blind 6.
Washington got a good enough defense, and we know Josh Allen is good for some mistakes. So
yeah.
That's
I'm with you on that.
Josh Allen will fumble the bag.
Yep. So I'll take Washington on that one. Saints Packers. Ooh. And that's an early game too. That one they should have flexed that one to like at least a 1 o'clock game because
I wish Aaron Jones was back. I would feel more comfortable about picking Green Bay.
I'm gonna pick the Saints.
Give me Green Bay on this one.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Pick the Saints.
I'm gonna have to pick the Saints as well, man. Although I like how Green Bay is cooking so far. I don't know. I think Derek Carr is gonna have a better game. I think this is really gonna come down to quarterback play in this one. Yeah, and I think Derek Carr will be better.
Quarterback.
Texans, Jaguars. Easy.
Jaguars.
I got Jacksonville on that one.
Yeah,
I take Jags. Yeah, I take Jags.
They look good. Not in that last game though, but I think Houston will be a good bounce back game for them, and it's at home too. So Vikings, Chargers. This is the only game that Vegas has the spread at even. That's wild.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
It's a must win for the Chargers for Brandon Staley, in my
It
opinion.
is a must win.
Yeah.
They still don't have Eckler back yet though.
Nope.
Chargers can score points now. They can score.
So can Minnesota.
They just
Yeah,
can't stop the other team from scoring.
Yeah, and they just got some running back help with Cam Akers.
As much running back help as he is.
Right.
I think Cam Akers don't fit well with what Sean McVay is trying to do with his run scheme. Cam Akers is not a bad running back, I don't think. It's just he just don't fit with the Rams, man. I can't put my finger on it. It's just, I mean, it's lesser running backs that's getting in there and doing way better than him in that system, you know.
Yeah.
And
Kyron Williams went crazy.
Yeah, he did, and the guy that was backing them up went crazy. They every time they touched the ball, they was doing something good. So I don't know what it is with Cam, man. He might a change of scenery might help him.
He won't know that playbook or too much of it coming into this game.
That's probably what he need. Go out there and go off instincts.
I'm gonna take Minnesota though.
You gonna take Minnesota?
I think Minnesota gets off the schneid in this one.
Yeah,
and it's at home for Minnesota.
And if Minnesota win and these boys in that must win situation go 0-3, man, that's gonna be tough for
Staley gonna pull out trick plays and everything to win this game.
He gonna have to do something.
Yeah, he gonna need to.
Job is on he on the hot seat.
They wasn't supposed to lose that last game.
They weren't supposed to lose both of them.
Is he the only coach on the hot seat so far?
I would say Eberflus for the Bears.
The Bears
is on the hot seat as well.
What about Arizona?
Nah, he just got there.
Yeah, he did. They fired Kingsbury. What was it, last year? A year before?
Yeah. That? So this is I can't remember his name. Glennon, something like that. This is his first season, and I think they knew that they handed him a shit deal.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know Kyler Murray. No, you got rid of D-Hop. Like it's a raw deal. So I don't think that he's but definitely Staley, Eberflus, and honestly that's probably about it for right now. I think everybody else is kind of middle of the pack where they're supposed to be or where they're expected to be, or you got some people that are producing decently through the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
But who you taking? Minnesota or LA?
I'm taking LA.
Okay. Panthers, Seahawks. Up there in the PNW.
Yeah, Seahawks. I don't even think there's nothing to talk about with the Panthers. They gonna have to figure out what they gonna do with their offense. The defense look good. They gotta figure out their offense.
I don't think and I told my homeboy this when they drafted, I really thought they was gonna get CJ Stroud. I just don't think Bryce Young is it for them. Not to say he's not a good quarterback, because like we was talking about earlier, I like his composure. They got down, they had some bad plays, they had some breakdowns, and he didn't panic. You know what I'm saying? He still tried to play a good brand of football, but like he's just small.
Eric wouldn't sleep over there.
But I'm gonna take Seattle on that one too.
Yeah,
I'm with Seattle, man, because I'm really rooting for Geno Smith, man.
Man,
yeah,
F Geno, man. No,
he bounced back last week, man. He really did. He bounced back.
He could have waited one more week to bounce back, like for real. Cowboys, Cardinals. I mean,
Cowboys.
Easy.
I mean, give me the boys.
Easy. That's easy.
I think they're gonna have a field day back there.
Yeah, Cowboys. They defense is looking really good right now.
Yeah, top two for sure. Bears, Chiefs. I mean, easy.
Come on, man. Come on.
Easy.
Y'all know that's easy.
Yeah, I'm going with Kansas City on that one.
Yeah, I knew you was, Melvin. I don't give a damn what you said about where you playing complimentary football and all that shit.
Now I think this game might be
you can't bet against them, man. Like look, I can admit that they pull out some wins and They figured it out. They play. I mean, but I can also say, man, dude, when it comes to all three phases of the football game, the Chiefs, they're not hitting all three phases, man. Well, on offense, they're not hitting every phase. They don't have the run game there. They don't have the deception. It's just we're gonna do this, and you're gonna have to try to stop it. And
But bro, they've never had that though. We've never been the all out running team since Andy Reid has got there. Never.
Well, Alex Smith was there. Y'all quarterback. Yeah, y'all run the football.
Well, we had Alex Smith too, bro. Nobody's scared of Alex Smith.
Yeah, but that's my whole thing. You played a well-rounded style of offense and a well-rounded style of football that was, complimentary to everybody versus saying we're just gonna throw Mahomes at you, and if you stop it, he's just gonna run around and figure it out and then make throws from the ground.
Hey, that's the difference between getting in a shootout with a 38 and having an AR-15, man.
I guess so.
Totally different gun battle.
I guess so.
You got that 38. You in the shootout, you might have to call the police.
Sometimes it's gambling though. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't.
You got that AR-15. You feel a little bit more confident. You like, all right, you know what?
The Sunday night game, Steelers at Raiders.
Steelers pulled them out a good win this week, didn't they?
They showed some grit.
Man. Hey, you know what? I like that defense. That defense played. That offense couldn't get it done, bro. And I never have faith in the Raiders. If anything can happen wrong, it will happen wrong to the Raiders.
Yeah.
I think Josh Jacobs is a focal key for the Raiders, though. I don't think, as good as that Pittsburgh defense is, I think it's only good enough to stop the pass in this game. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a crazy game. I'm taking Vegas.
Yeah,
that's a tough one.
I'll never pick the Raiders. Still,
this team is hard.
Pick the Raiders ever.
This game is harder than picked in that Minnesota Chargers game. This is a tough one.
They always play each other tough too.
Because I see that the Steelers had a really horrible week one, and I picked I thought the Steelers was actually going to break out this year, right? And that week one made me think that they weren't. But week two, they grinded out a win, and they played a lot better. But they still can't figure out how to get Najee Harris going with that run game. It's just weird. I can't put my finger on it. And then the Raiders, Jacobs ain't even got going yet. He's had two horrible first two games, man. So they're not running the football. Man, I don't know, man. This is tough, man. Who at home?
Vegas.
Man.
And they both 1-1, so you can't even use the records.
I haven't seen a game with Las Vegas in it, but I'd never pick them anyway. It wouldn't matter.
Oh man. Give me Pittsburgh. Until the Raiders figure out how to get their run game going with Jacobs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can be their best version of themselves, man. Give me Pittsburgh.
Like I said, I think this is the game that Josh Jacobs does have. Like he breaks out this season.
Because I got him in fantasy. I hope so.
Game one of another Monday night doubleheader. Philly and Tampa Bay. Battle of the 2-0s. Down in Tampa.
Philly and Tampa Bay.
Philly could go down there and get upset. They really could. Because they not firing on all cylinders. I'm gonna pick Philly. I'm picking Philly, but they don't look like the Super Bowl defender or the Super Bowl or the NFC champs. They don't look like that.
Yeah, they're not defending anything. They just went to the party. They didn't get no trophy out of the thing. They just came. Everybody had nice drinks and watched the scenery and enjoyed the festivities.
Yeah.
The only way I'm gonna pick Philly, but the only way Philly wins is DeAndre Swift has to have another game like he did last week.
And he can.
He can.
He's that good of a back, but it can't just be Swift. They gotta figure out that passing game too.
And they can't be doing all them tuck and pulls with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah,
those were getting blown up immediately.
Yeah, it's almost like they came into this season saying we go get you the MVP. You know what I mean?
Like that's what they're trying to do.
Like if you don't have look, you went out and got 1,000 running backs. You don't have to run with Jalen Hurts.
Exactly.
You don't have to run with him no more. Let him make plays off schedule. You don't have to schedule runs for him no more. You don't have to call runs for him no more. Play conventional football. Every now and then you can do some read options if you see something in the defense with that you can expose. But would they for you to do read option for 2 straight quarters and it don't work, but the only thing that was working was Swift, and you still weren't trying to get him the ball. And they force him to say, look, we're going to sit on every outside run that we think that you go try to get on the read option, and we're going to leave the middle wide open for your running back because we know you don't want to give it to him. And they had to force themselves to give it to Swift, and then that's when they started to win the ball game. Yeah. You can't do that against every team. You can't wait 2 quarters where you're forcing something that's not working, and then think that you can figure it out in the second half and still win. Somebody go be up on you 21-0 next time you try to do something like that. So they can really go down there and mess themselves up if they ain't got their head on straight.
Yeah, I don't think Tampa Bay is a team to try and play that game against. Like, figure out your identity early and stick with it. Then if it doesn't work, then switch it up.
Yeah,
but they can't lose that game. But I'm gonna take Philly for that one. Yeah. And then the second Monday night game, man.
Who Eric taking?
I took Philly. Philly.
Oh yeah. Okay. And then Super Bowl rematch, man. Rams Bengals. Joe Burrow said he re-aggravated his calf strain. So the word is still out on whether or not he suits up.
Yeah, give me Rams until the Bengals start to look like the Bengals again.
Man, because I don't know what they got going on. They just
they look good in the fourth quarter last game. Joe Burrow start throwing the ball a little bit better. They look better in the fourth. But yeah, until they come out and start looking real good, I can't pick them. Yeah, give me the Rams.
I'm gonna take LA. I'll take the Rams. But if Joe Burrow was the regular Joe Burrow, I'd normally go with
I don't know. Even with the regular Joe Burrow, man, this healthy Matthew Stafford, oh my goodness, he look good.
Yeah, his arm look live. He got a live arm.
He looked good. It's just, and they play that same way every time against San Francisco. They'll have a good first half, and then they'll just lay down in the second half every time they play San Francisco. Every time. So, but I don't think it's gonna be like that against the Bengals, especially with no Joey B. I think the Rams pull out a 2-1 start to the season.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be very interesting.
It's gonna be a good week of football, man. Couple of butt bowls for sure, but some of them butt bowls turned into good games this past week. So who knows?
What y'all think about Colorado and Oregon?
I haven't seen Oregon play yet, but I don't think not having Travis Hunter and the fact that Colorado hasn't really figured out their run game yet. You know, they got a back that's a regular nice size back, but the starting back is like the size of my kid. You know what I mean? So he's fast and all that good stuff, man. But they ain't the back that you want to be your starter, man. That sounds like more of a change of pace type back, right? So I think they're gonna have some trouble running the ball and probably stopping Oregon at the same time. So I think they take their first loss with this one.
Yeah, I've seen it through the first 3 games, man. Colorado's biggest problem is their defense.
Yeah, they not big enough.
Nah, Prime, and they're not deep enough either. Pause. So Prime this season or after this season over with, look for him to get a whole lot of 4 and 5 star defense recruits to bolster that defense up. Oregon, man, I was talking to my homeboy about this earlier. Oregon is a very fast team. They've always been fast. The only way for Colorado to remotely stay in this game is if they score, you have to score. You got to go tick for tat. You get down 2 scores and you start stalling out on drives, it'll be over quick. Because the Colorado's defense is not deep enough for them to be able to.
So what you picking, a blowout?
And it's in Oregon too, man. It might get ugly. I'm calling it ugly. I'm calling it ugly in favor of Oregon.
Ain't they waiting on that to happen too? Ain't they? You know.
Yeah.
And I think they're gonna penalize him, boy. Golly,
they're gonna penalize him in the standings too, because I think they 17 to 18 right now.
Something like that. Yeah.
I agree. He's just a handful, but them dogs got to be on defense.
Yeah, I agree. He got to get it, and I think he need a better offensive line too.
The offensive line is not bad, man. Shedeur has a lot of time. He has a lot of time.
Yeah, they was pressuring him last week though.
Yeah.
But you look at a team like Colorado State, man. That game should have never went to overtime.
No,
that game should have never went to overtime. I'm not taking away from whatever talent CSU has, but the talent that Colorado has, like that. And then
man, Colorado State played a heck of a football. First of all, they had no answer for Horton, number 14, the receiver.
Oh no, they definitely didn't.
And then the tight end, and he that's a real.
Well, I think the answer for Horton was Travis Hunter. Horton didn't get going until Travis Hunter got hot.
Travis Hunter could not guard that dude. Horton is a real NFL talent. That dude is the real deal from just that one game I seen. I don't know. Maybe it's other games where he don't have no motor and he lazy or something. But from what I seen that first game, it ain't. I mean, he's I think he's daggone first round material, man. That dude can play, bro. Speed, athleticism, hands, size, all of that stuff.
Yeah,
then the tight end they had that transferred from BYU, number 5. He was good.
Holker.
Yes, he was good.
Yeah, he was. Hey, that Horton was killing them, bro. He was running all through their defense.
Yeah, but also, it was the same play over and over again. But I mean, I'm like the old saying goes: if you can't stop it, you know what I'm saying? Because all they was doing was just running them short across the middle.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Prime and that defense was playing soft coverage every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, Bert. It was a rivalry, and you know, and those games can go. You can throw all the logic out of there. You know, both teams gonna be playing like it's the championship game when it's rivalry. So I get that part too.
But shout out to Shedeur for that heart on that last drive in regulation and then in overtime.
Yeah.
That boy showcased his Tom Brady University education on those drives.
And I'm happy he got it off then because he gonna have a rough next 2 weeks. He got Oregon, then he got USC.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna win either one of them games.
But if anybody can pull out at least one of them, is them, man, because they do play with some heart and some,
Hey, as long as the coaches don't make it personal.
Yeah.
Y'all see everybody that was at that game?
Yeah.
Oh man, they said Kawhi Leonard was there. They was like, man, Kawhi Leonard don't even be at his own games.
Yeah, Oprah was there too.
Oprah was there?
Hey, check this out. Wait till they play USC. That's in LA.
You know LeBron finna be there.
Yeah, Snoop go be there.
Yeah, he gonna bring out all the stars.
Yeah, OJ said he going, so OJ go be there.
That's crazy. They allow him at sporting events.
They can't stop that man from buying a ticket.
That's gonna be crazy. I want to see that.
I want to see him in the press, but I want to see him on the sideline with USC. Why not?
But Master P was at this Colorado game.
Yeah, I seen that.
It was a lot of people there, man.
Offset, yeah, he had
Offset been having a wonderful weekend, bro. That man been having a blast.
What happened? What Offset do?
Offset, he's just been out here having fun. So it's a streamer named Kai CNET.
Yeah.
And so he went to go do a stream with him, and he was just out there bouncing around, jamming out, playing music.
Oh,
and then I think he went to a concert, and then he went to the Colorado game. I think Cardi B gave him the weekend off or something because he was out there having a blast.
He was happy to be outside.
Yeah, kid and wife free, so he ain't know how to act.
Must be nice, man. Well, shoot, man, that's it, man. We're an hour and a half, man. So I told you it wasn't gonna be 2 hours, Chris.
I knew it wasn't gonna be 2 hours because I wasn't going to.
Nah, you said it was gonna be 2 hours. You said
No, I said it had to be at least an hour.
Yeah. But we good now. I appreciate y'all for who is it? What bird talking about? Him and Kai had the ball. Yeah, Kai. Kai done been with Kyrie, whole bunch of he done been over in Japan, chilling with people over there. That dude be doing everything, man.
Yeah, he hot right now on the streaming market, man. Everybody messing with him, so
yeah. And
I'm happy for him, man.
I don't even know what his specialty is. What is it? Gaming?
He's just he started off as like a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
So like gaming and stuff like that, but now he's just like I guess pop culture-ish type deal. He be having anybody on there, so
yeah. But all right, man, we'll catch you on the next episode, man. We got to get in here. We got to fix our schedule, man, because we be in here at random times, man. But we'll fix the schedule when we be in here.
Man, I told y'all, man, Sunday, man, after all the games, bro.
Yeah. I got man. Sunday was a good day, and we were supposed to go Sunday. And then, man, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So, but we'll figure it out next week, though.
We should be good this Sunday, though.
Yeah, we should be.
After the Sunday night or before the Sunday night?
After.
All right.
After Sunday night, yeah.
You know where I'll be at. I'll be here.
All right, easy day.
All right,
fellas. Man,
peace.
Yep.